So, if the stream is up, we're doing quarterfinals. Papa Lashard and Voodoo Pirates versus Team Magikarp. Game number 1. With me, I have my friend and colleague, Brewster89.
Yo,
Say
what's
hello.
going on, everybody? Welcome,
I'm here for some
gentlemen,
games. Let's
and
go.
Belle, because I think she is the only female that watches this game.
She's playing, man. She ain't watching. She's got the starting lineup roll already. Although Redbrick might be coming in a little bit later. I've heard some rumors, some rumblings. We'll find out, though.
Hopefully he does get a chance to play.
It'd be great to see him.
Okay,
As I always do
my
enjoy watching
audio
play.
is included, so that is a plus.
Awesome, awesome. Yep, stream's live. I think we're good to go. Whenever they're ready. I think they were just talking probably about which team wants to... Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Get myself in the chat. And I'll have the chat open on the side, or at least I'll try to. I know my chat sometimes will glitch, so if you see anything that I don't see...
I got
go
the chat.
Yeah, there we
I'll
go.
have the chat open.
Perfect. So we got Overgrowth game 1. No real surprise here. So the winner of this game will end up playing in the semifinals against Team... What is their team called again? Team Risk of Reina.
Yeah.
That'll be a pretty good matchup either way, and like Team Babajeet's here, Team Magikarp just came off playing you guys, Brewster.
Exactly. I can say don't expect anything.
Okay.
Don't underestimate him at all.
Don't underestimate. How do you think they fare against Team Voodoo over here?
I mean, I guess the fortunate thing for Team Magikarp is the Voodoo Pirates don't get a lot of practice time. So I have noticed in like their first game or two, they're kind of shaking off the rust,
Okay.
trying to get back into the swing of things. So hopefully Team Magikarp can take advantage of that and capitalize on the early games, the early first two
So you're
games.
thinking a bit of a slower start from God Squad, and Team Magikarp just has to take advantage, come out swinging right away with the
Exactly.
the X factors. Yep. Okay.
Come out of the gate swinging.
It should be good. I think then if that's the case, and it's true, then Team Magikarp just has to go all out here. If they have any X Factor drafts they want to try, any non-meta picks, any unique target bans, now would be the game to try them. Set the tone early, and that'll definitely wake up Team Papa Lashard if they do some crazy stuff like that. That's for sure.
Oh, it will. I'm hoping to see 5 games played. I want to see 5 games played, no matter the outcomes.
I'd love to see. Yep, I would agree as well. I just want to see some good games, some good Battleborn, bunch of good guys in the game here. A lot of long-time players here from both consoles. Actually, all 3 consoles, including PC. So.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of PC players on here.
Oh yeah. So we see Team Styx ban the Thorn. They're used to getting the Thorn banned on them. However, maybe they see something we don't, where they think maybe they're not going to get the Thorn, so there's no point to play against it.
I mean, it makes sense.
Definitely unique. So it's kind of like Atticus and Thorn were banned from Team 1. Team Babajeets has an option here. Do they leave up Montana and trade it for the Galilea? You can get Gally Mike for Montana maybe, or are they going to ban out Montana? That's kind of the question here.
That's what I would assume. I would assume a Renby ban.
Okay. This will be interesting. If I'm them though, I'm leaning more towards banning. Probably banning Montana if I'm them, but we'll see. Yep. Okay. They did go with the Montana. This gives them the option: Oscar, Mike, or Galilea. Galilea has been falling a bit in drafts.
So if I am Styx Malone, I will first pick that Oscar Mike.
You're going first pick Oscar?
Yep.
Okay.
Get the best damage out of the way. Okay, they go with the Gal.
It was either the best tank on the board or the best damage on the board.
Agreed.
So Team Baba here can get the Oscar Mike for sure. They don't need to force the boulder, I don't think.
No,
Team,
I would say
Styx
probably
doesn't normally go double shields.
I'd say probably Oscar and Isaac.
Isaac, eh? Really? I don't think Isaac is a priority pick though against Team Styx, because they're not going to pick Isaac.
True, but
I'm thinking they might go Miko or Dragon. That's my prediction.
Yeah, Dragon, probably Dragon. Yeah, I hope they bring Champ.
they've been relying on. I've seen Dragon go a lot higher in the drafts. So I'm expecting, I know Team Bob is pretty familiar and confident on it, so it wouldn't shock me to see them pick it. But Miko's also safe, but against Galea, is it really worth it? That's hard to say. Because if they do go Miko, I wouldn't be surprised to see Team Sticks hit him with like an Alani Wrath Galea combo. We saw that in the previous series. Yeah, we saw that in the Lit Fam Dog series against Team Star Trooper. I can't remember their exact names.
They're the backdoor fatties.
Backdoor fatty, exactly. So they went Dragon. I think Wrath is really strong here now. Wrath, on paper, maybe you think he might get nuked by the dive, but there's no better counter to a dive than a knockup, right?
Oh yeah, Wrath is the ultimate fun sucker. Chat, is this is my mic any better now?
I'm having no problem hearing you over on my end.
Well, they're saying that
stream for Twitch has been weird.
It's kind of glitchy. Sea-Dog recommended me to unplug and replug back in.
Okay. Yeah, Chaotix in chat here. He says he can hear you, but you're in Spanish. So maybe
I'm in Spanish?
How do you fix that one? Call it Twitch. Oh, they went Alani, by the way. Are they going to fulfill the Wrath like I mentioned?
I would assume that, yeah. Yeah,
it would be spicy for sure.
I would assume the Wrath.
Wrath makes sense. They might not go Benny this early because they're worried about the Isaac counter. And they're not going to go Isaac themselves, as Team Stick doesn't usually prioritize Isaac. They'd much rather go Marquis from what I've witnessed.
That's right, Spaghetti. Me llamo Brewster.
This is going to be an interesting pick here. It's really going to set the tone for the draft. It's either Wrath, in my opinion, or it's maybe Benedict. Okay, it's Wrath. I call it from the outset. Jeez Louise, I'm calling these picks today.
I do believe they are listening to you. We might have some stream snappers in here.
But I wouldn't be taking my advice for it. They know their team's better than anyone else would. There's no reason to listen to me. I'm just the non-biased, non-partisan commentator trying to do what we do best. The question is Team Bobby here really has to think about what they're going to go. Miko is a guaranteed pick here.
Yeah.
It's the second pick that's really going to make them decide what they want to do. I think
taking
Benny here is risky. I think Benny or Isaac has to be picked.
Yeah, I think
you don't want to give them both.
Isaac would be the safe pick.
I think it's going to be Isaac would be the safer pick. Boulder makes sense as well to have a tank beside the Dragon. Or they could, to be honest with you, they could line up for triple frontline here. Dragon, Boulder, Phoebe maybe. Because if anyone can solo DPS, Oscar Mike would be
that he can.
Prime candidate to do so. This will be interesting here. It's really going to set the tone also, this pick. Either they pick Isaac, like you mentioned, because I don't think Benny makes a lot of sense this early. They went Shane. Okay, that leaves them open for the triple frontline. I know Beach is probably playing the Shane. It's probably one of his most comfortable characters, so it makes sense they want to get him on that. Team Sticks here, I'm just going to lock in Isaac Benedict. No reason not to at this point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Isaac Benny.
Isaac Benny is proven. It has an incredibly high win rate. I'm pretty sure you guys did it in Game 1 against Team Bob and G's last week, didn't you?
We did.
Yep, and Team Star did it against Team Lit just last night, I believe their games were. And that was really good as well. This combo is proven to be, if you have the players, which they definitely do.
Yeah, you gotta have the people that can play him.
Exactly. I don't see why not. They went Marquis. Okay, maybe Marquis Benedict then. Well, Rendy's still on the board actually, but you can't risk the Toby pick, I don't think.
Yeah,
I kind of forget she's up sometimes because it's not so often we see her.
Well, really, she's not as good as she once was, like Team Comp was.
Yeah, they're highlighting Isaac / Whiskey. I don't love it. Reason being, they have enough wound with Galley at this point. I would rather them go Benedict personally, but yeah, okay, they want a Rendy.
Okay.
Now Toby's definitely open for that on Team Babaji. If they have a confident player, I'd have to guess Olive would be the player, but they went okay. That's also strong.
Yeah, Benny, he's gonna fly.
It's actually a very strong. Both teams have very strong comps, but which one do you like better?
What I like better, I mean, you got the Holy Trinity over there on Team Six, and then,
Yep.
but man, that Benny has all the potential to pop off. So I'm gonna go with Team Magikarp. I like your team comp
Okay.
better.
Team Magikarp's comp. Definitely a later game in a sense comp with Dragon, the Shane Stun, Benny, Mike. On Team Lashard, they definitely have early game prowess with that stun knockup or knockup stun. Sorry.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm not doubting Voodoo
Definitely,
Pirates,
I hear you there.
but if they can make it to late game and not shut that Benny down, that Benny can just tear through those squishies.
I agree. It's going to really come down to Benny versus the Arendi, the two nukes, in my opinion. Which one can really have a bigger effect on the other team's squishies? Because there's a lot of squishy targets on each team.
Yep.
And it is Stevo on the Benedict as well.
I know he can pop
I know
off.
from last season.
He can pop off.
We used to scrim these guys a lot last season with our team, and Stevo was playing Benny quite consistently back then. Mind you, that was a while ago, so we'll see what happens. Who do you think your X factor for game one is to really set the tone for either team? If you had to pick one person.
It is going to be how well the Shane is going to do.
Think so? It's going to come down to Beach Boys?
Yes, if he is going to be farmed or if he is going to play more conservative.
Get farmed. Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I don't think he needs to he doesn't need to press the issue really. They only have Marquis to poke sentry. We know as soon as if Team Sticks wins mid early game, you know Floater's running straight to cave to poke that sentry. Or not poke the sentry, you can get Thumper down then poke it. So I don't think they need to force mid with Dragon and Shane. They need to really just be confident in their turtle defense when holding their own choke. Don't force mid here. There's no reason to hold it. If they get a nice little Hawkeye on Alani, maybe, but we'll see. Galley leading the charge. Sticks on Galley, mind you. Ho-Ho on Wrath, just as a side note here.
Really?
So yeah, basically just...
Okay.
You would have expected the opposite, right?
Yeah!
But, no, Team Magikarp kind of did what expected here. It's partly a respect thing against the God Squad. You kind of do give them mid sometimes. Just when you see some of those names over those characters. But,
Tell me about
their
it.
comp doesn't really win mid. I'd say 9 times out of 10. Right now they're just playing off Shane pulls. Even though there's nothing much.
Yeah, Team Magikarp just has to play conservative. Let the Dragon get his levels.
Actually, you've already seen a defensive geyser by Alani this early in the game. It's a good sign if you're Team Magikarp. So Olive's on the mic, Blam on Miko, Peach on Shane as expected. I'm hoping Bob is kind of playing the shot caller thing for his team right now. Basically saying, hey, don't force anything. We don't even need shards. I don't really care.
I wonder why Chaotic's not playing.
It could be a lot of reasons. It's game one. There's definitely room for replacement things in the south.
I mean, he's their team's designated Nico player.
That is true. And yeah, it only took about a minute 20, but Floater's already poking that Thumper as we kind of.
Oh, yeah, he's on.
Geyser, aggressive Geyser. So yeah, like we mentioned, they are not an early game comp on Team Magikarp. They're totally fine holding mid like this. Just kind of chilling. Don't give up any sentry poke if you don't have to. Get that thrall and push out maybe.
Oh, Chaotic, you're not bad. You're doing good stuff.
Chaotic knows he's been playing well lately. Get those minions. Dragon's gonna get thrall off spawn, I'm pretty sure, with back shard. So far, good job on both teams. Not taking any unnecessary damage here. They're not really playing for damage. Just getting, both of them are kind of getting the minion kills.
I kind of want to know why the Dragon's not immediately going for the Thrall. Those early levels.
He's going slowly. There's not, yeah, I guess I hear you there for sure. He's going now. I just saw him dash over there. Shane's just got to be careful here. Even though he's staying there full health, he's one knockup stun away from dying. Yeah, exactly.
Shane's only going to be one CC chain away from dying.
Exactly. Marquis gets Thrall for Team Lashard. Dragon gets Shard. Or sorry, Thrall for Magikarp.
Fetch goes out.
I like,
Okay.
yeah, I like the aggression on the fetch throws though. There's literally no cons against doing it.
Oh no, I mean if you have fetch early game, throw it on cooldown.
You're dead.
Even if you're not able to
Notice
get
Marquis
anything, you just
positioning here,
get
very
people
far
out of position.
So they actually did a really good job backing up far and not getting knocked up. Only 2 of the 5 got knocked.
A good pull on the gal.
Very good pull.
Wrath
Counter knock up.
There's the bubble. Ooh, good
Geyser,
bubble.
double geyser.
And there goes the shame.
I don't even know how she got dragon in that geyser. It was quite the nice geyser. So Thrall actually turning choke here. Can't panic too much here. What you have to do here is really think who's going to do your sentry damage for Team Papa Lashard, and they're doing the correct assessment, right? It's going to be
It's
Marquis.
got to be the marquee. Guys, that
Marquis off
marquee
it,
off.
and we're fine.
That is the only problem with the Voodoo Pirates.
They
They
did a
don't
great
have
job
a lot of sentry poke.
Yep, exactly. So when that happens, you get a pick. They get a pick, Thrall. They push a wave in. Hey, where's Marquis? Don't let him get free poke. No problem. Gallia and her shield's not going to do anything to the sentry. So they're getting the second wave of shards. Team Popular Shard is, which is kind of expected. Fetch out again. Nothing really too crazy. Any Helix notes that we should be thinking about, or everything pretty standard?
Everything seems to be pretty much standard.
Yeah, as expected. Shane's hitting fetches to the credit, and Geyser went out immediately as a counteract. So Team Magikarp immediately got their second Thrall, whereas Team Lashard is content basically just holding, not getting Thrall. Knock up. Long range stun's gonna go on Beach. He should be fine though. This is the counter engage we're looking for. Good Geyser. It's gonna be a value heal. They're gonna get both of them back to 2/3. Yeah, now Beach is in a little deeper now. I don't want to move. Knock up a little late, to be honest with you. He must have just came off cooldown. Really good fetch though. Hawkeye on Wrath. Ooh, he just got that. He probably had maybe 210 health maybe. So Wrath just ported. Shields are full. Floater's trying to poke. I wouldn't hate a cloak in on Marquis here. Okay, he kind of sees it coming though. Fetch out. Get some, but Bob is going right back to Thrall on cooldown. I'm assuming Wrath will do the same. If you're gonna port, you may as well get it. Team's been what, 1 kill so far?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, just the 1. Which, if you're Team Magikarp as not an early game comp, you have to be pretty happy with that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're doing a great job so far. None of them are getting under-leveled.
Exactly.
Everyone's at
And
level 3.
Beach is kind of, yeah, and that's exactly the point. Beach is a frontline where he can sometimes kind of get down on himself if thing doesn't go well, trying to dive in. So it's good to see him not forcing the issue too much and being content with just sitting and throwing out some fetches when he has it on cool.
Shane went for the shield recharge at 3 instead of the bouncing boomerang.
Which kind of makes sense when you're beside Dragon, Ben, and Oscar Mike. They don't really need him to be the damage dealer. They need him to stay alive more than anything else.
Yeah.
Especially without a pure tank on your comp.
And then the only other thing...
Fetch out, really nice
Ooh,
fetch.
good pull on the Alani.
Counter knockups there. Stun is there. That Geyser is gonna miss by
That's
about
the
an inch.
slow on Crossblade, not the wide, not the waveform smash.
Okay.
That's about it.
Good Hawkeye. You got Wrath.
All
Wrath's
right,
gonna
go.
Really
Okay,
nice. I don't see why Gal can't go as well.
Olive is wanting it.
Olive can get him. Let's see how much heal Alani can give him. Okay. No.
That was a good call. That was a good call.
No, very good call. Dragon could have had it if maybe he got a little healing a little bit earlier. They probably could have turned that into at least a mid hold, right with shards coming up too. Quite the game so far though. It's been definitely interesting. Team Baba being really, I guess the word would be like patient. They're not forcing the issue at all, which is really good. It's a sign of like a more matured team in a sense, where they're totally fine holding this and doing really nice on defense.
Yeah, I mean, once Dragon gets to 4, then we'll start seeing some more.
Yeah, exactly. Chain engage on 4. Because when you're facing the Galley Wrath combo, if they're facing one direction and you make it easy on them, to knock up stun directly in front of them, they're gonna thrive. If you start spreading them out, making them look at different targets, they're gonna start.
Oh, it's Vinny.
So that's gonna. Oh, yep. Who was that, Marky? Oh, the
That
beams are
was-
actually getting pretty deep.
Yeah, Benny was getting low. It was the Wrath that was getting in the business.
Alley's in far. Dragon, yeah, they probably just called Dragon off Thrall. I think he was working on it, and then they kind of called him and said,
Good pull on the Wrath, but
Yep, nothing's really gonna come of it.
Well,
Stun for
misses.
Galley misses. Dragon in with
Rat-
knockup, level 4. Is he first to 4?
no, he's not.
He might be up there. Ooh, good counter, guys. Each might go unless Miko can really pocket it. Good heal, good wham. I'm watching Chaotic's gameplay. He's how to So Dragon engaging on the backline here. Shock is not bot.
I like it. I like it.
They have a Thrall as well. No reason. Thrall goes down.
He buys the shock.
Shock just got by. It was a good
Oh,
shock
Team
buy.
Magikarp has to get out of there.
Yeah, disengage here, no problem. If that Mike stays there though, he might get knocked. He has the long knockup. You made a mention of that.
Yep.
So you have to play like the knockup from where I'm looking here, where Wrath is right now, to that wall is like a sticks blown specialty. He'll usually say something along the lines of, "Hey, if he stays there, I'm knocking him up." Okay, knock him up. Mind you, he's not on the Wrath though, so see how much that changes with Oho playing engage.
I think we gotta keep hitting it.
So we got a few level 3s still on both teams. The healer and the tank. And the healer and Wrath.
Yeah, Healer and Wrath, and then it's just Nico and Shane.
Wrath 4 will be interesting, and so will Shane 4. What do you think will make a bigger difference? The silence or that stun?
Probably the silence.
Ooh, okay.
Because it depends on like Ho-Ho just shut down the dragon going in.
Yep. Okay, so I don't know if they noticed, but Arendi's on Thrall. This could be a prime opportunity if Shock can go down. So knockup out on Mike up here. Kind of an aggressive knockup. I don't know why they should be able to push in here.
Yeah.
Dragon's already looking
if
actually.
knockouts out. I mean, it's time to push.
There
Oh
is
my
so much
goodness.
damage up there though.
They got the Benny.
That's gonna completely stop. That's gonna completely nullify their push. Wrath might knock up here. Yep, he is. Guess Gal didn't have it. No, she might have it. Geyser gets
Yeah,
Dragon. I'm kind of surprised that hit, but I'll. Stun misses.
I told you.
Ooh, Miko was healing Dragon a bit there when Shane was the one who needed it. But Arendi ults out, and I believe she's first to ult.
She is.
I don't love that knockup because the Thrall's coming. Good stun.
Good
I don't
stun.
think DPS can see.
Yeah. Oh, the
Watch the
knockup.
geyser though.
Oh.
Hey, oh, the knockup actually might have.
You hate to see that.
Each will get out. They're gonna get some points here. I'm expecting maybe 15 or 20 points here.
Possibly. Ooh. Oh my goodness, this dragon.
That's the thing. Oh, that killer. He's just taking a lot of damage. That crossblade could have killed him. Just play past. Ooh, look how low Wrath got again.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
stun. Sticks can
Six
go
can
here.
go. Six can go.
Geyser's gonna completely destroy that though.
Oh, the
They gotta
dragon
get
goes
straight for it.
six.
They gotta get him.
Oh no.
That's the
That's not
worst
good.
case scenario there. You lose both your front lines, maybe even Oscar Mike, and you don't even get the Galea. This should be more sentry
Yeah,
damage
probably
here.
another
I
10,
predicted around
15
15
at
to 20
least.
before. Yeah, I'm expecting the whole thing to go down
If
here.
they,
actually.
yeah, if they commit to it.
If any team does a poke like this, it's gonna be Team Shard.
Oh my
the
goodness, that was a
Marquee
good Marquee ult.
Sentry's gonna go here. I'm expecting them all to get 5 off that. Everybody but Wrath has 5 at this moment. They're gonna do aggressive knockup here. If I was them, I'd go right for Shane.
The ritual is
Yep.
Shane is in no man's land.
Oh,
Knockup.
knockup
whiff.
misses.
They got lucky.
Oh, Shane, what are you
Interesting
doing?
approach. He
Okay.
Going. They're gonna go in.
Okay,
They got
going
Marquee.
in. I like it. I respect it.
Michael a little off. I'm not gonna lie to you. But other than that, Shane needs to know when to back up. Oh, already alt misses. problem. You can't swing your screen that quickly as a Rendy, else you're not always going to whiff.
Yep, that was gonna miss.
He didn't do that, but exactly.
Was Wrath getting caught out?
Great heal, good double stun.
Shane wants it. Oh, Shane gets it. Oh no, Miko gets it.
Dragon goes, Miko gets the Wrath kill. The Dragon goes for it.
I like it.
But look at the respawn timers. That's basically double the time at this point. Wrath has gone for 26, and the Dragon was gone for about 13. Alright, Shane, Beach, it's your turn, man. If you want to take mid, you gotta call your team up. Let's take mid.
Man, forget about the minions. Just push in. Just push in. Forget the minions.
Nah, but Miko's getting hit pretty hard by Marquis. They can do something here. They have a double stun. The shock has to be
Yeah,
going.
you gotta get that shot down. Marquise, you can get the
they're hurting.
Marquise. Oh,
Stun him,
Shane
Beach.
got-
Oh, Galley with a no, it was a really good protective
Yep,
stun.
that
there
was
by
very
Galley.
good.
That's an incredibly good stun. He saved Marquis, no doubt about it. That's what makes Stixmon such a great front line. It's not always going to show up on the stat sheet, but that play right there definitely saved Marquis, which would have saved the stagger, and probably maybe some sentry damage, who knows. Okay, so first time they had mid here, they were able to get the shards. I believe they're fully geared up, more or less, other than Shane, who's running 2 purples and a blue. I'm not a huge fan of the Shane stacking all those oh, Gal's gonna go behind.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Shane needs the
He's gone.
attack
Saw
speed.
the space between the Benedict and the rest of the team there. It was clearly there was a bit of a disconnect there. Okay, Gal
And we
switch,
got
she
the
runs right in on
insta-pillars
here. They
online.
still have their accelerator. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so this is not going to be good. These pillars start hurting.
We need... Oh yeah, for sure. So right back to where we were about 2 minutes ago, I'd say, despite all the trades. But Team Baba showed they can push out if they need to. They have the capabilities. And with Rapid lane, it's a prime time right here to go in.
I
See a Shane
think this is
cloak
the first
engage.
shot of the game.
I believe so as well, yeah. Stick's really pressing the issue here. They really want to walk the Fat Bot in, and they have a Thrall. Wrath is getting the other Thrall too.
Sentry shield about half.
It's how you get out of this position that really defines like the good from the great teams. So Gal missed shield toss, that's huge. Knockup's gonna go out. Rennie's gonna ult the backline and get 2.
Oh my goodness, this Dragon's going to get out of there. Oh, good bubble! Good Kaiser!
Yeah. Great geyser setup.
Shane,
They're gonna get 3 for
Shane.
it.
Oh, Wrath is wanting that chain.
Marquis! Shane will get out, I think, unless
This
they
is
can
sentry damage.
catch him. Oh, Stick stunned him, but he disappeared right as the stun happened.
No longer.
It's not looking good for
Gotta
Team
stop the
Magikarp.
bleeding here. They gotta stop the bleeding. Thrall has to go first. All probably needs to turn on that Thrall to help him out. Lift off on the Thrall. Doesn't have to be game yet. It's only Marquis hitting it right now. Keep that
Yeah,
in mind.
it's
That's
only
why it
Marquis,
hasn't gone down
so-
further yet. Exactly.
So they can come back from this. Marquis is their only poke. I want to see Shane go in
You
there.
know Marquis gonna... I think if it goes below 20, they're gonna dive it. Okay,
Yep.
Shane's in. They can see him easily, though. He's slow.
Yeah. Oh, he gets caught out.
Knock up on the
Goes
back line,
down.
but he didn't actually
If the
knock him
Dragon
off.
goes, yeah,
that's
that's sentry.
game right there.
Yep, that's sentry.
That's game for sure.
Sentry off balance.
Alright, I want to see the Voodoo Pirates dive it and just take it with it.
Oh, it's game. They know what they're doing. If any team takes advantage of a 2-dead situation like this, it's them.
Yeah. Nice job, not prolonging it.
We'll pad the stat there. Yeah, when Miko has the most kills on your team, you know it's a little difficult. But it wasn't a bad showing, despite the scoreboards showing maybe that you may think it would have been. It was just a couple untimely deaths, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was. Kind of looked like they weren't fully in sync, the Dragon and the Shane.
It's a tough combo. Like, who really wants to go first sometimes, right? Because you know Beach really is a shot caller. He really wants to be the one engaging, but you could tell in that game at least Baba was the one engaging a lot on Dragon.
Well, it's kind of tough because Dragon did need to be the one to engage because Beach could never be invis.
Yeah.
That's a good old burn.
Game
busted.
2? They're gonna run it back with the same lineup. They had a pretty decent showing there. I was pretty happy with the way they were playing it. In my opinion, it really came down to some really nice geysers by Bell on the backlines when they tried to engage. And then Manly as a Rendy would really take advantage with 2 in a row double kill alts with a Rendy, I believe.
Yes, that was very, very nice.
Yep.
You love to see it,
That's
but you
basically a
hate to
signature
see
move,
it
yeah.
against you.
Exactly. Nothing worse to hear than a Rendy ulting you in your half health as a backline when you're trying to heal or support your front lines who are diving out. And to be fair, like that's one of like his patented moves. Like I know a few really good Rendys, like Rambo and Manly will always do that in that exact position too. He tries to push out, maybe a little too extending when they're trying to leave their second sentry to get out. And the Rendy just completely ults all the backline, because usually they're all kind of combined and together, a little squished up. And it's just a complete push killer, and your front line are usually too committed to kind of back out. But that's the works anyway. On to game 2 here. We'll see what they end up doing as teams have swapped. Team 1 has definitely had a higher win rate this season, given a bit of a draft benefit. But I'm one to argue that I still like Team 2 draft just as much as Team 1's most times. Mainly because of the upcoming like infatuation with Atticus. I find like drafts have changed a bit where
They
Team 1
have.
still get a really good comp. Yeah.
And that is so weird because in the leagues past, it's always been, oh, whoever's team 2. That was always
Yep.
the go-to team.
That was the go-to team.
And
I might be old school, but I still think it's more valuable. Last pick is always more valuable than first pick when it comes to these
Yeah,
things.
I mean, you
counter
get
picks
your
so
nice
nicely.
solid 4, and then you got a wild card.
Yeah, exactly. That's always been my perspective, but with the S tier meta, like the new tank meta basically coming out where Galilea's fallen down a bit, Montana and Atticus have bumped up a bit, I guess things have changed. I'm more old school maybe.
Alright, so no Thorn
Anyway.
and no Monty. Are we gonna
Almost the reverse bans, basically same exact team bans, just by different teams. Last time it was Styx banning the Thorn and Bava banning the Montana.
Are we gonna see a kill? Okay. Okay. Bava really wants that Addy. He finally gets to play it. Do it.
Addy first pick, it's kind of a nice pick here because Mike, Kelvin, Montana are all gone.
Yeah,
Those are your
mean-
biggest Atticus counters, in my opinion.
I mean, now it's just whiskey.
Yeah, but that's
But
nothing.
that's
Peanuts. Atticus is a great start. He just has such a huge health bar. He has the wound. They're probably going to end up going Galilea. With a tough question who they go beside it. Gal Miko could be interesting, but Miko at the same time against Atticus. To be honest, whatever team gets Miko here won't really feel the effects of Miko. I'll just say that much.
agreed.
Because they're going to get wounded out,
Yeah,
here, especially if Team Styx goes Gal like they should. Yeah. This pick will be interesting. They could go a lot of ways here. They can go healer of choice. They can take damage of choice. Or they can go into the front line, but I don't see them doing that. Dragon could be interesting. Okay, they go online again. Same strategy as last game.
Alright, so Team Baba.
Team Baba G's. Yeah, Miko makes sense. Isaac makes sense.
Yeah, I would say grab the Isaac. The Isaac Miko.
Miko, Isaac, and you can finish with anything at the end there because Isaac, like Mike, is a good sustained damage.
Yeah, whiskey would be great too.
I'm someone who never advocates for it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have Baba on Addy, put Olive on Isaac. Nice comfort picks.
No, let's see. Isaac makes sense. Miko just makes a lot of sense here. Even if you think they won't go it, there's no reason not to. You pick Miko here and you open yourself up. You can go Benedict and a front line. You can go 2 front lines. Mind you, I don't know if... It's hard to say. I could see Is Team Stick's just going the Wrath again and just setting up for the same similar comp as last time?
Yeah.
Because Arendi's on the board too. I don't think Whiskey's needed here. I really don't want them to pick Whiskey. No, I don't want them to do it. They're gonna do it.
It might be a takeaway.
I hate it. I really don't like it.
Well,
You don't need the wound at this point. You don't need sustain.
well, I see
need a
that,
nuke.
but they're probably thinking it's a takeaway from them.
I guess, but now you just think that they're not gonna have any nukes to really like confirm the kills, but we'll see. I expect them to go maybe Wrath. They can go Arendi technically now, no problem. I don't see why they'd be afraid of. There's no Toby threat anymore. But they did lack sentry damage a bit last game, but we'll see. Dragon, ooh, I like it. Now that might have been a takeaway pick. Because they could have easily gone Wrath again, just completely
Yeah.
the same as last time. But Dragon's also a good takeaway, and he's also very strong.
I
At the same time,
assume they're
I
going to
don't
be taking
think
the
anyone over
Marquis.
there. You think Marquis again? Yeah. Definitely makes a lot of sense given their player pool. Marquis makes sense. They could still go. Benedict probably is a bit of a reach. Marquis and Arendi did pretty good for the
Yeah.
last game, so it wouldn't shock me if they repeated that. Yep.
There's the Marquis.
Over here,
I would take Miko Boulder.
yeah, I would agree. I think they realized last game Shane didn't do much for
Yeah.
him. I get the comfort behind it.
But
They could
yeah, I
always
say
try to throw
Miko
Lava.
Boulder here.
Yeah, I feel like they could try to throw Beach on Miko, maybe, or even Whiskey. And yeah, they go the Boulder this time. Mind you, if Beach is confident to play the Boulder, then more power to him. But and on this team, I just think Arendi still makes sense. Maybe not. Actually, into Atticus, maybe not. Ernest maybe is the pick to poke him out. I don't really know though. This is interesting. They could go a lot of options here.
Yeah, they really can.
I don't love Arendi into that other comp. I think Arendi doesn't do great against what's there, but a nuke is a nuke. Benny definitely not. Too many shooters.
Yeah. Rooney would be good against the Miko.
Reyna
But-
or Ernest?
Oh,
Ah, genius. I'm calling these today, Bruce.
You
Tell
are,
me I'm not.
jeez.
I completely called it. I've seen them run this kind of comp before. That's kind of where it came from for me.
Man, that's disgusting.
And it's a nice comp. But at the same time, I hate it.
Yes,
don't
I
like
hate
any
it too.
Reyna
I hate
comp.
I hate double healers.
I don't hate double healers. I just don't like Reyna in any comp. Really.
Well,
I don't
Reyna
think
just
she has
once she
enough
gets to
practicality.
5, man, it just messes up so many things. That bubble.
Bubble against the Isaac ult will be key.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the cleanse, there's not much to cleanse in my opinion. But maybe they were just at the same time. It's credit to them for trying a comp like this, which does take some
Finesse.
weight between the legs. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. I mean, you gotta.
To put it lightly. And to be fair, if they're looking past into semis when they have to play against Risk of Reyna, the Reyna pick itself could really come in handy because healer bans is not off the question, and Risk of Reyna actually likes running Reyna quite a bit, so it can also be a takeaway in a sense. But we'll see.
I mean, I like Team 1's draft better. It's more of a
Yeah,
traditional draft.
definitely traditional. I would agree.
But Team 2, man.
I don't hate it.
I know you don't hate it,
I've-
but you don't want to say you like it either because you just feel dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
You just feel dirty admitting
But
it.
you know they can make it work. This kind of team can make it work for sure. And at the same time, they kind of, with the double shooters, with the Isaac Whiskey, and with Atticus and Boulder, Arendi did not make sense. Benny made no sense. You had to, there wasn't much they could pick there, in my opinion, that really would have worked. You know what could have maybe worked? Would have been maybe a Galt. Maybe. A Galt wouldn't have been terrible, but
Alright,
traditionally,
so
Team
Spaghetti,
Sticks doesn't like to pick
the
Galt. unless it's-
secondary on the Rana charge in. It's cooldown, and then
Cooldown.
minus 14% healing received.
Okay, Beach stuns as Stick stuns, and Beach gets stunned and Stick stuns.
Oh my goodness, that.
But they have a Miko. They can win
Yeah,
this fight.
they can. I mean, and this gal is low.
Reina being really smart, diving Miko. I don't know if anyone saw that. And look at Floyder from way back here. Picks off the Miko. Really smart play by Reina to turn the fight around, because if no one prioritized Miko there, Atticus would have just been eating. We'll see. They're gonna prioritize that? Yeah, I don't think it's needed. I think Marquis has it handled. He prioritizes the thumb.
Hey, I respect that, okay?
Yeah, that's
Might be a little
camaraderie between
overkill,
two
but
DPS mains.
respect.
Yeah.
Why do you want
So
them
this
to
is
take
gonna be-
3 shots whenever it can take 2.5?
Yeah. The boulder's slowed. Gal stun missed. This is huge. Good
Good
job by
bounce.
Beach eating all that. They have to stand though. I don't know why he's
Oh, I
turning
don't.
around.
Yeah,
He's
I
gotta
don't,
go
I
back
don't know
in
why
there.
you turned around. You bounced
He's the
in.
full health Atticus.
You gotta-
They can, yeah, look him. Exactly.
Go to town.
You can eat up the dragon level 1. Blam is getting murked right now by Marquis.
Yeah, that
I know in our
dragon-
league
that
game
dragon
against
doesn't
this
have any stats. He's got minimal stats.
He's got no max health either, trust me. No, in our league game against this team, when they had Marquis against my Miko, I was really feeling it as well. So, see where he's coming from with the low health on the on Blam. Gotta be careful here. I know Styx likes to jump right behind the boulder here. Okay, they actually are gonna get shards here, which is actually quite impressive. Beach did a good job of basically baiting out the Gal stun and the Dragon Dash, and the guys are all in one. And then Addy was free to eat there a little bit, but he was a little passive. Mainly maybe because he saw Boulder's health bar, but as long as you're aware of CC, then it shouldn't be a problem. So they're doubling up on Thrall, by the way. This is a
This is
huge
a
opportunity.
PS4 strat. They're gonna have.
Yeah, we'll call it the PS2 strat since there's only 2 of them over there. but
Okay, alright, sounds good, sounds good. PS2 strat.
This could easily be an opportunity for Boulder to really show off his level 1 capabilities. They waited a little too long though. It's fine. So, at the same time though, Dragon level 1/2 isn't going to be doing much.
No.
It's all going to rely upon the Gal stun.
May your next
Boulder wasted stun there, but Boulder's really struggling with the slows right now, whether it's Desecrate, slow on clothesline,
Yeah, the
Reyna,
slows are killer.
or Marquis.
The slows are killer.
And the Reyna's slow.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's bad.
Boulder's one of those tanks. Yeah, he really needs his mobility to be effective. He's getting slowed by every character on the other team. Assuming slow wave is taken, like... Knockup went out, which is completely fine, because they have no minions, but...
Yeah, slow wave was taken.
Fuck.
Oh, wait,
That's
no,
a level 4.
slow wave
Yeah.
was going to be taken.
Should
That's
be.
why. I
Dunno.
meant the rain slow was taken. This is my
Yeah.
bad.
This might be points here if this minion really hits this one right here.
Shields are down. There's a little bit of central damage.
They probably get about 10. No, they did a good job doing the floor,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
He's the one who's gonna poke. If they left him there, good story.
Yeah, you always gotta make sure where the hell
Exactly, the old Marquis.
Floater is.
I worry a bit for, because you know, like I mentioned last game, Beach's style is kind of go, green light, green light, green light.
Yeah.
He's done that so far this game. He's gotten punished a bit for it. Last game he was doing a little better of kind of holding off and waiting. I think he is feeling those
Well, that's
stuns, but here he
cockiness
goes
of the
again.
Boulder.
He stuns the Alani, does not get the
Oh,
stun
good
off. It's a
bounce.
gallop.
Oh, no.
Very good silence. Isaac might be able to get him. Nope. Good heal by Reyna. He needs to get in there and heal. Dragon Dash. Boulder can catch. I feel like in moments like this is when you can really catch Floyder out if he's zooming on that Thrall like
Yep.
this was there. A Boulder could easily sneak up on him and get a quick stun off. Immediately dropping for Thrall. It's Dragon again. I'm assuming Reyna will join him. Yep, there we go. They have to realize that there's 2 out of lane every time on Thrall. They have to realize this early. Stun on Alani again. Pounce out. No reason you can't get the sentry points back
No,
here, but
yeah, of course. I would
they
have liked to
have
have
to
seen
start realizing it's 2 on
either
thrall.
Whiskey
Yeah.
or Isaac, one of them up on the perch.
Yeah. Whiskey's starting it, but like now you're too
Now
late.
it's too
You're
late.
about 15 to 25 seconds too late because they have a thrall, everyone's back. They have to quickly be realizing that, hey, this is a good stun by the beach, by the way. Get the first stun out early. That's totally fine.
Good stun on the Monty. Good stun on
Oh.
the Addy. He bounces that.
No, that was totally fine. It's good that Atticus took it there.
Yeah, Addy's the only one that can take
They
it.
don't have a knockup on Dragon. If Dragon had knockup there, he was dead, that's for sure, but
Yep.
he kind of knew he didn't.
This is-
So they
what
rebought
was
Thumper
that?
right away. I'm
Getting
assuming they're running a shard gen. Don't let it knock up the Shepherd.
Yes, both
Oh,
Reyna
that
and Marquise are running Shardens.
Okay, what about Team Boulder? Or,
No
Magikarp.
Shardgen. Whiskey is running a Shardgen.
Really? Okay. I figured someone had to have if they're buying Thumper that often. Guys are out on the Atticus, which is fine. He survived. Floater immediately going back in that Thumper there. So if you're Team Magikarp here, how are you pushing out and breaking the mid setup? Are you getting Thrall?
I mean,
Or are you just going to go in?
you kind of have to push out with a Thrall. Unfortunately, that's the only way.
They're sending... Yeah, they're taking a page out of Lashard's playbook. They're just going to send 2 on Thrall here. But you know Styx is smart. Styx knows what he's doing here. He has to notice this. And then
Yeah.
he's going to say, I'm going to go in and stun something. Just to put the pressure on and walk the minions in, basically. All you need to do here
Yep.
is a front line.
Minions will do way more damage than the characters will at this early
Yep.
stage.
Yep, so they didn't really do much about it, which is fine. Sentry shields went about time. Say. How they handle this Thrall will be interesting. Boulder can open him up here nicely, maybe by a shock. That'd be interesting. Galley really nicely waited.
Oh, Boulder misses the stun. Eddie pounces in.
Marquise caught out. Good, they avoided the geyser. He was chasing a bit. Oh no, they're taking a lot of damage here. Oh, they held though. Nice.
Yeah, nice Boulder.
I don't know why, because the Thrall was there, and well, the shock needed to go. But other than that, it was pretty good. Miko kind of took a route here where he followed them in like this, and really put himself in a bad position because the entire team was right there. I would have loved to see him go up the stairs here and just meet him here. Would have been maybe a little more efficient.
Yeah, he put himself in a...
He did. He did the looping thing where you're kind of, the enemy team is chasing your tank, you're chasing your tank as well, and therefore you're right beside the
Yeah,
enemy
you're right
team.
beside him, yeah. I do that.
It's kind of like the Scooby-Doo
I
skit
do
where
that
like he's
quite a
chasing them
bit. I
through the
do that
stairs.
quite a bit.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I do that all the time.
Oh yeah, it happens. Easy to overlook it. Addy does go down there.
Can they get
They're
can they
not
trade?
really
Can they
getting
trade?
trades off this. This is partly why I didn't love the Whiskey pick. They have the wound already. They needed a nuke. A pillar there might have done work, right? A pillar, a Benny Hawkeye on the back line. That's
Agreed.
where I kind of see it, right?
Agreed. But I also see it from their
My-
point of view. It was a takeaway.
Yeah, I suppose. But double shooters, it's tough to make it work really like that, in my opinion. It does take a lot of good CC in front of you, but you only have one stun right now.
Oh yeah, things are gonna change whenever the Miko stun comes online.
Back up again. Floater was looking to get it, but he immediately ran away. I'm not sure what he saw. There might be PS4 a Thrall right now, actually. Let's see how quick it takes them to notice. Boulder immediately notices. It's literally just Marquis right now. And maybe Alani will say. This is where they can get really greedy on Alani. There's no reason not to. See if they can take advantage. No. They have to start realizing every time they take mid, 2 of them are going to Thrall. And that's a 3v5 in lane every time, and they can take such advantage of it.
Boulder
We're
had
gonna
a
get
nice
stunned
hit.
up here. Yeah, I saw, but nothing. Dragon has knockup now, after all those Thralls. I'm expecting Styx to kind of run up through this box area here. Yep, there he goes. Oh, we whiffed the stun kind of poorly there.
Oh, and he gets punished.
Guys are incoming, maybe. There it is. Shouldn't be a problem. Good knockup save. You know, the problem right now is that the Thrall. The Thrall completely zoned up.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
I can just picture Steve-O saying, Brawl! As Baba saying, this galley,
This galley, yeah.
Exactly. It's a tough position because you have to, in my opinion at least, if Baba is the frontliner, he's shot calling here. If he's saying, hey, the galley, then I'm saying, forget the brawl, I'm going to go dive with my axis here. That's at least how I usually play this kind of stuff.
Because you get the pick, the other team can retreat, you burn down the thrall, and then you can start poking sentry.
Yeah.
Or set up to start poking.
Because even if the thrall goes through, if they're one down, they're not doing much with it, right?
No.
Look at Beach here.
Oh.
I think he's throwing stun a little early. No. In my opinion, that's a bit of a result of maybe him getting stunned super early in previous team fights, so he wants to get out of the way. That's just perfect CC chain.
Yep. Alright, all the CC's out.
And Boulder, yeah. They're gonna cut him. Oh, he juked out that. He juked the Reina priority out really nicely.
That's very nice. You love seeing that. He's no slow today.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the problem when Boulder kind of runs in aimlessly and kind of just dives in here, misses stun. It puts the rest of the team in a weird spot, especially with double shooters, because they have to shoot a stun target, right?
Exactly. How's it going, Sosuke? Sosuke saying, hello in the chat.
Hey, hey, Sosuke. Okay, here we go. Back to kind of square one in a sense. In my opinion, Baba should be close to ult right now. Dragon just got his with Floyder.
He's halfway to it.
4.5, we'll say?
Yeah,
okay.
4.5.
Okay, but they're gonna try the same play again here. You know, Beach is gonna make space, and Addy's gonna pounce in on whatever. Hopefully he stuns. They're clearly calling for that shock to be taken out first.
Oh yeah, level 3, you gotta. That hurts. That hurts a lot.
So priority out, wave is out. Here comes Boulder. It's gonna be this stun. It's gonna dictate the team fight right away.
Oh, I don't like him going back.
Oh, he actually juked the stun and stunned Arena. And Isaac's ulting in the background.
His Dragon's just ulting the poor Miko.
He is, but I think Miko should be okay.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
How does Marquis get the kill there? Was it an owl? Because he was way back there.
No.
Owl goes down. Beach has to just get out now. Look at this. The decision.
Yep. Yep. You gotta retreat. You gotta
Addy's
retreat.
decision right here was.
Addy, you gotta retreat.
Oh, it boinked him. I'm pretty sure that stun boinked off Addy, by the way. Yeah, Addy was staring at Beach on Boulder there and saying, do I commit to this or do I back out? And he kind of did a half and half thing where he didn't commit, but he didn't back out. And he actually saved the Boulder, probably. Yeah.
And there's Floyder again.
Chunked by Floyder, yeah. Which is fine, it's their only poke again. As long as they zone it, they're fine.
Yep. What, are you saying Rand can't poke sentry? She's got that priority target.
I know. Hopefully she can slow the sentry. Maybe next after that Galt can pull it.
Galt, my goodness.
Okay, good stun on the Whiskey. Dragon's gonna commit to this.
Yep. Oh, they can get this Addy. Oh,
I
you
don't think they
out.
will, though. Boulder from behind, I like the aggression. Whiskey's gotta be careful here. He almost flung Whiskey in. Is that Marquis? Oh, spicy, though.
Oh my goodness, that was took out the Whiskey. Yeah.
Stun out on Floyder. He was getting caught a little deep there, but you notice how far back the shooters are playing. It's hard for them to
Deploying bubble shield.
Rainall, just to kind of help.
Now you got the bubbles where, yeah, just increases that divide.
Priority actually bounced back and hit Galileo there. I don't know if you saw that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So I wonder if, in that case, if your teammate gets priority targeted.
All the effects of Reyna.
Yeah.
Yeah, these Reynolds are going to be coming about every 20 seconds or so, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, I think. I'll check his cooldown.
Shields are going to go down here.
Reynolds are coming every 26 seconds.
Yep, about what I thought. They need to zone this here. Beach is super low for some reason. He's going to go behind and try to stun Alani in. That's my prediction. Missed. Beach really getting aggressive with the stuns. Slow ult and an Isaac ult.
Oh, I guess it's only 35 seconds as the cooldown for the Reynolds.
Picture if that boulder stun hit in the beginning and then they had the Atticus / Isaac ult. Then Dragon would have had to knock up his own boulder and everything would have been different in that team fight. Older and just got a stunning really early.
Yeah.
I like the aggression, but he's not hitting them though. He's not hitting what they need to do.
Yeah, I would have much rather seen him throw attacks and then rush in and then stun.
They need to just retreat again, unfortunately. Thrall push will be wasted. That's
Just slowing him down.
Marquis right away on the ledge, gonna get Thumper. He's saying, how the hell is this Thumper up again? This is the 4th time I've taken it out. Miko's gotta be careful here. Marquis all coming in.
Oh
Yep.
man,
See
that was a
coming
little
from a mile
overkill.
away. This is gonna be Sentry.
Yeah. Good bubble.
When the gal hops on the Sentry, you know it's all.
Addy, you
Let's see
should
how
not have
aggressive
came
they get
down.
here.
Alright, good job.
Should be
Good job.
okay.
They didn't see him.
I'm expecting if they keep grouping up like this, Dragon's just gonna come in and knock them up. But Boulder is actually pressing the note here.
Alright. Addy bounced in. Alright.
Dragon has stun ready though.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, okay.
You have been
Nico's doing that chase thing I mentioned earlier. So he gets punished for it.
Oh, he gets pushed back.
That was actually pretty lucky. Isaac had to get a vault very early there. Isaac got stunned, but I don't think Marquis can see him.
Oh, Marquis sees
Boulder
him.
again with a whiff stun. He's shooting. He's not batting very well right now.
No.
Is Nico running any max health? I feel like he's constantly one shot.
Miko has... Yeah, he's got 2 pieces. Oh no, he's got 1 piece of max health.
One piece, yeah. Yeah, it's only 1 piece. Isn't it surviving after 180?
Yeah.
Aren't all his pieces surviving after 180?
Yes, no, the fists aren't. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Okay. I don't love it. I think there's...
I would say
I'm just a Nico player, so I'm greedy with what I pick.
I would say maybe
Yep.
swap with the blue fist or the purple fist, so you got the guaranteed max health.
Yep. Good counter, Isaac. Oh, but Bob needs to get back in front of him here.
Yep.
Even though he's low.
Yep.
Problem is, look how low the front line
Oh,
gets.
goodness.
Despite only having 1 real damage with the Marquis,
another
they're always low.
boulder with stun.
Defense is up.
Just have great form here from like the God Squad. Like they got the front line, the middle man is the Reyna, and then the 2 DPS in the back, Alani / Marquis. Like it's really nice. Like just form here. No one's taking damage on Team Magic on Team Pablo Shard really.
You hate to see that.
Boulder, yeah, and Boulder's trying to make space, but he's just constantly diving in, missing a stun. Addy will pounce in to try to follow up, and then Addy gets punished for it every time.
Yep. Well, the problem
Seems
is
to be the trend here.
it's just so unfortunate because the 2 tanks are diving the back line, and the shooters just can't really get in a place to shoot.
The deep one.
There's always minions or
Yeah,
things in the
you
way.
have 2 shooters though.
Yeah.
That's the problem, like I said, with 2 shooters. If you're not landing your CC consistently, the 2 shooters are going to be not useless, but they're really going to be like nullified almost. Like you won't feel their pressure at all.
There's a saying for this.
Beach is going to go in again, trying to make space. He stuns Atticus. He stuns Dragon.
But still no
Addy bounced, but
damage.
he got pushed in midair. You know the rain alt went in right away too.
Oh, yeah.
That also. Stun on Miko Marquis.
Oh! Good double.
Oh, is probably going for the triple here. Oh, who
Man.
got him?
Okay, this
Dragon got him. How did Dragon get him? The bleed? Does Dragon have a bleed?
maybe the Okay, he took the damage on the Dragon Splash. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
really
that's-
made a good job making that comp work. It's very cleanly done. I don't think
It was.
anyone ever really got that low on Team Lashard, and there's a reason they went 13-0. Dragon picks proved to be very strong.
It was very
I still
tough.
don't love the whiskey pick. I really don't. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Game 2 in the books. just at the end of the game, it's just a matter of execution there. I think, like, Bowler only died twice. That kind of tells you the picture right there. Like, he was diving in
Yeah.
constantly, but he never really died because Miko was always kind of somewhat bailing him out and getting into that chase mode that I kind of mentioned earlier. And he would always catch the blunt end of the damage.
Yeah, it was the Addy that would dive in to save the boulder,
Addy
and then he got punished.
Yeah.
Unfortunate,
what
but
it is,
sometimes
that's
that's what
game
you gotta
2.
do.
No, for sure. At the end of the day, if it ain't working, you should try to mix it up maybe, but there's not really much else they could have done with that comp, I found. You wonder how much different it would have been with an Arendi or a Benedict, right? But you never know. So keeping the same lineup back again. I suppose Chaotic and Tears are not online to fill in or to sub in. Or maybe they're just confident in what they have going here.
I don't know. I'd like to see a sub in.
You never hate. This is the decision game. It is
Yeah,
the game.
this could be potentially the last game.
That is true. That is true.
And it looks like Chaotic is online. Looks like he's in 10-man.
Well, it is what it is. I'm not to say the heals have been lacking per se, but
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Bell's just doing a crummy job healing. My goodness.
I think this is the game where you're going to see Team Baba mix up a bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see something to the likes of triple frontline, maybe an early Phoebe pick. Dragon was clearly a problem.
That's why, wife. We do have the best faces for radio.
Isn't that factual?
Wife, isn't it past your bedtime? I mean, sun's gone down. You should be asleep.
Sun's gone down. Ready to go.
Oh, instant Addy ban.
Instant Addy ban. Clearly, that's their Team 1 strategy. I wouldn't be surprised when we've watched them, if they end up making it to semifinals next week, if this strategy holds up for them again. Atticus Team 1 ban.
Yeah, because really every team has a comfortable Addy play.
I'd agree. He's really come to the forefront of the meta, which is cool, but because even despite all this, despite the game not receiving any material changes, the meta is still constantly changing. That's still pretty interesting to me.
And that's the thing about Addy. He didn't really change. He just went down, if anything.
Yeah.
Oh, a Miko ban. Oh, man. They're...
I don't hate the idea. They got to test some. I'm assuming right now at this point. I feel like,
Yeah,
if I'm being candid, I think they feel like they might have the series in the bag, so they want to test some strats maybe for next week. That's what my prediction is. What they're.
I mean, I think they're going
on
from their previous seasons. They were always banning the Miko. Always.
That's true. Well, they've tried it a bit this year, and it hasn't been as productive because they've realized teams are getting better playing with no healer, and they don't force like Kid Ultra and Umbra. But you never know how each team handles it. When it happens in the moment, it's always a.
I don't know. I mean, I do believe whenever I faced the Voodoo Pirates, I did make Bell play Umbra.
Yeah, they will play it, but every other team, it's hard to say. No, we'll see here. Styx's first pick here. Is it going to be Galley? Is it going to be Thorn? I think it will be Thorn.
Yeah, Thorn. I hope it's Thorn.
What the hell?
I mean...
Thorn would be...
Yeah.
Yep, it's Thorn.
Lawyer's itching to play some Thorn.
Get some Thorn practice in. I think you take... That's a tough call. What you're going to take here? I think they might go... Well, they have to go Oscar, Mike, and Galley, actually, now that I think about it. And then Team Styx will probably end up going Healer, Boulder? Or maybe they'll go Dragon again. Yeah, they might go Dragon again. Dragon was really...
Alright, so is Team Magikarp
really
going to prioritize the Alani?
No. Oscar Mike's on the board. You gotta take Oscar Mike.
I assume that's what they're debating over.
Yeah, I'd agree. That's the whole point of the Miko ban here. They're hoping they're gonna pass on Mike here and pick Miko and pick Alani. And it's no, they made the right decision. I think Team Baba should go no healer this game.
Wait,
They have
you
the
say
base set up for it
no
nicely.
healer.
Yep, I did. Because there's no healer on the board worth taking, in my opinion, anymore. I think you'd be spicy here. I think you take Phoebe Dragon. That's my opinion.
Hmm. I see what you're getting at, but I don't think that you can play a no healer comp into this caliber of a team.
It takes a lot more coordination and a lot more discipline to be able to know when to back, how to not take damage, more or less. Team Lashard doesn't have a great poke you out comp, though. Their comp's not going to be poking you. They're going to be Boulder in your face with Thornal. This is game 3, Tears. And this was the right pick. I think Phoebe's the right pick beside it if they have the player cast for it. And they could bait the Toby maybe, and then you can pick another damage maybe. Benny wouldn't be terrible. Benny would probably be Benny or Rendy would be my next option. Okay, Rendy. Score, Tears, it is 2-0 for Team Lashard. Team Magikarp has their back to the wall. It's been some close games, mind you. Maybe not scoreboard-wise, but gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
Definitely back and forth.
There was always that one turning point that snowballed.
Yeah, exactly. It was always one big team fight that snowballs into it for them, and then they get caught behind, and they really... Team Magikarp, like a lot of teams, mind you, really seem to struggle getting out of their second choke. Like, whatever they're doing isn't currently working. They do need to mix it up.
Yeah, it's always hard to get out of your second choke whenever you've been pushed.
Benedict makes a lot of sense. I would have done that as well. And this is an interesting pick. It could be Wrath. Maybe they're thinking Phoebe themselves.
Yeah, because you can't have Boulder solo frontline into that.
If they went Deonde, that would be the ultimate troll.
I mean,
I think it has to be Phoebe or Wrath. I don't see what else makes sense. Or yeah, I completely forgot about Shane. Shane makes sense. Yeah. And if I'm Babajit's team, I'm picking Phoebe, Pendles, or maybe Isaac, but I prefer 3 frontline. They might go Reyna as their solo healer.
Yeah, I would say Reyna. I would say Reyna would be a nice safe pick.
Stevo also DC'd. I wonder if they're subbing in somebody.
That is good.
He didn't DC. He went offline.
Oh, so his internet probably crashed.
Possibly.
Yeah, he's not in the party.
This pick is gonna really dictate it here. It's Isaac. I kind of what I expected them to do. No healer. I personally like no healer better with triple frontline, but that's fine as well. Beach on Galley, Isaac for Olive, Mike for Blam, Arendi for Stevo, Baba on Dragon. I just think they could use more help up front setting up the kills, which is why I would have preferred triple frontline. But 2 shooters and a nuke.
Yeah. So it is confirmed they're backing out to get a sub. All right. So let's see Chaotic.
Chaotic or Tears? Based on what they drafted here, Tears makes sense on the Isaac, doesn't he?
Yeah, actually it does.
Chaotic would make sense if there was a healer. There isn't one, but he is online, I think, right? You say he was playing 10s?
Yeah, he's in 10s.
I'm trying to load into this. They'll probably, well, we'll see.
Oh, so Styx is on the Boulder. Okay. Makes sense.
Did Steve Rage quit, really?
No, I don't think Steve Rage quit.
bad, Tears. Would love to see you in the playoffs here. Play a game.
I wonder why he rage
Based
quit.
on the picks, I would have elected you. I shot you a quick invite there.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of this game here. Alright, pulling up some stats here. This is actually against Baba's team, where we went no healer against them.
Steve was the whiskey.
Steve was gonna. They didn't actually lock in anything there. It would have been.
Like
Unless you were looking at
where it was all messed up.
They would probably have him on. He would have been on Arendi or Isaac.
Yeah. I was trying to see what. Trying to think of what. I mean, he didn't die that last game.
Who? Whiskey?
Yeah.
Or Stevo?
Yeah, Stevo. He was playing the whiskey. He didn't die. And,
Yeah,
I mean, he
he
did some
was-
damage.
Damage taken was pretty low as expected for a whiskey, but yeah. It is what it is. Beach disconnected. Maybe we're gonna get Tears and Chaotic to sub in. That would be very interesting.
What's for
Let's
dinner?
do it.
I will end up finding this. I will end up finding.
7, 8, 9, 10. We need 2 people in here. I'm assuming it's gonna be Beach, Chaotic, or Tears. 2 of those 3. I'd love, even though Tears, you say your connection's no good, I'd still think it'd be cool if you came and played one. They could use those solid callouts. You know how they are goes. I pray we're not waiting for a 10-man to finish this up.
I mean, I would hope that a league game takes precedent over a 10-man.
Not just a league game, a playoff game.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna end up having to wait for this 10-man finish. Because I think Steve-O kind of left when they didn't expect him to, and they didn't get a chance to preemptively tell Chaotic that they needed him.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's 6 people there in that party, so one of them is spectating.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So ideally, what you could do is just end the game, restart it with,
On paper, but I don't think they're gonna be doing that. I'll tell you that right now. At least the Galcomp still gets wins here and there.
And now we're back to the Battleborn. Let's go.
It's probably one of the first times we've seen them run no healer in a while. This is the game I was referencing earlier where they had 2 shooters into my Miko. I was getting sprayed a lot that game. What a game this was.
That's a lot of Miko playing you got.
Oh, you're looking at it? Yeah. Well, I am the healer of this team. Got to broadcast a game too. I don't remember this at all. Well, it's funny because the last 8 games in my history are actually 4 games against Team Baba and the 4 games against Team Styx. If Baba's in the chat, maybe he can fill us in. Are we waiting for Beach or waiting for Tears? Chaotic? What's the situation here?
Oh, now we got Floater showing up in the chat.
I'm just gonna hit Chaotic with a quick invite. Well, I guess while we're waiting, we can talk about some of these games here. Game 1, if you want to pull the stats up, take a look here.
Yep.
It was close. It was close early game.
Oh, it was.
I think that, given the fact that Team 2, in this case Team Magikarp, was such a late game comp, they did a good job not forcing the issue early into what was, Gathral Wrath, Gal, and Alani, which is
I
really
mean, and I
deadly
think
early
it was
game.
like the first 5 minutes. There was only a total of 3 deaths for both teams,
No, that's a good point, exactly.
and then
And even with that said,
it,
Shane got none of his gear up, and he still held his own
yeah,
decently well. 59k damage taken, though, is a lot.
yeah, especially in a 17-minute game. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite,
It was just a
quite a
really
bit.
good case of. It was surprising to see Wrath and basically Sticks not on Wrath and Ho-Ho not on Galley, as that's their usual setup, but maybe they're just trying something different this time. Or maybe it was more because of those two, you'd say Ho-Ho's more of the initiator, more of the diver, and in the Wrath Galilani comp, Wrath will engage usually first as the knock up into the stun. That's kind of my prediction, I guess. But anyway, that was game one. I believe they got sentry damage in this game, didn't they? No, they didn't.
No sentry damage.
0 sentry poke as well. And then we go over to game two. In my opinion, this kind of came down to kind of Boulder going in early. What happened was early game at least, he went in early. Problem was he got stunned first, and he died really fast, 2 times in a row, really early. Then the rest of the game, he would go in really early again, and he would stun early. But the problem was he'd miss, or he'd be stunning characters that are really far in the backline. And the 2-shooter comp of Whiskey and Isaac really just couldn't reach, basically. And Atticus would normally pounce in to kind of follow him up. And Mika
Yo,
would chase
Chaotic,
in.
you're in the chat.
They both would die.
You don't need 5. Get your butt in here. That's right, Bell. You tell him. You tell him.
I say we all just spam with invites.
All right, let's do it.
Well, they are missing 2 actually, so we need Chaotic and we need one of Beach or Tears or Stevo.
Yeah, but Chaotic is the one that's holding everything up. Send him all the invites to freeze up his Xbox.
Good guy, Chaotic. You can leave the 10 man, who cares about that shit? The team with Sea-Dog was gonna lose anyway, so who cares? Just get it over with.
Yeah, he always throws.
I'm assuming we're waiting on Beach Boys? Yep, he's loading back in. Alright, let's see here how this one goes. This is a no healer comp. We'll see what happens. It's interesting because... Okay. I'm assuming Chaotic will be on a Rendy then when he comes over. And then Paul will be
Yeah,
Isaac.
probably.
And Bland will be Mike. And then Baba Dragon. And Beach on Galley.
All
There we
right,
go.
you're all back.
A little bit of intermission. We'll call it a water break.
That's
Time
right.
out.
It's a potty break.
By the home team. Yeah. Well, you never know. Like, all it takes, in my opinion, is one win here for them to really
Get the
turn
groove
the
back,
tide
yeah.
on the series. Exactly. They get one win here. The momentum is right back in their corner.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The problem is they're no healer comp, which means you really have to. What you have to do is realize you don't hold mid very well, and you don't stay in the fight very long. So what you have to do is you get your picks, you get your shards, you hit your minions, and you get out and you play defense.
Yeah,
and
you
when
gotta
you're
do
playing
the
defense,
girl
you're really
tactics. Hit and move.
exactly,
Hit
and you
move.
really exactly, and you really can't give up early sentry shields going down, early sentry damage at all. That'll be the most important thing. To win with no healer, you cannot give up. I'd say if you give up sentry damage within the first 4 minutes, you're gonna lose the game. That's how I look at it for no healer comps. It's difficult, but you have to really time your thrall pushes, and you really have to time when the push is going to happen and how to stop the poke.
And porting.
If I'm remembering
Yeah,
correctly.
port and
Yeah, porting is a lot. That's a good point.
And
Port
turns.
managing. You can't be porting at the same time
Yep.
either. And really just being on the same page and being there, for instance, just having someone standing on ledge shooting, someone zoning cave a little bit, just the presence alone will be enough right now. If you see a damage completely uncontested poking sentry by Team Lashard, it won't be good. Because that's when no healer comps will crush. They'll completely crack under pressure. I don't really remember what Team Lashard's comp is when it comes to poke. Boulder. Okay,
Yeah, Thorn.
yeah.
Uh,
Thorn and Benny.
Yeah, Thorn and Benny for poke.
A lot of Benny counters with Isaac and Mike.
Oh yeah, for sure. That Benny's gonna have a. On paper, he's supposed to have a hard time.
I just don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold well enough. That's really going to come down to how well the hold works. If there's sentry damage within the first 3 to 4 minutes from Team Lashard, I think it's game over. I don't think they're ever going to give up mid. I don't think they're ever going to let the shield recharge.
Chaotic had to take an extra minute to be like, okay, guys, what am I playing?
Very interesting start. They have to get this in advance. I'd be saying to my team, okay, when Thorn's on ledge, who's zoning her? And when someone's in cave, who's zoning? When Thrall's up, who's going for it, etc. I'm expecting Thorn to be in cave a lot.
Yeah, and Benny to be up on
I'm expecting
on the ledge.
Exactly. The cheese part of the ledge too, where he kind of jumps up, double jump, and uses liftoff. And then I'm really expecting also Boulder and Shane to kind of push him in a little bit, like push him really deep into choke.
So ideally, I would like to see Isaac kind of towards the back.
I would prefer Isaac zoning cave, and I want Mike on ledge, and I want a Rendy clearing wave. Because I want a Rendy to 5. Mike will be fine as soon as he hits the scope. Isaac, like the wound is whatever with Galley there. I'm just worried what's going to happen, I think, is they're going to lose mid, and they're going to give up. The choke is going to happen. Dragon's going to drop for a Thrall off spawn, and that's when the shields are going to pop, and they're never going to get the shield back, and then they're going to lose sentry. That's how I kind of foresee this happening, but like we said already, no healer comps.
They're great
whenever
they work.
Yeah.
But it's still hard getting them to work.
And at the same time, Team Lashard did a really good job of forcing their hand, because they had to pick between the Mike and the healer. But in themselves, though, Lashard knew that we're fine playing Get Ultra or Umbra. We've seen them do it in the past. Whereas we haven't seen Team Babajit.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got Belle, who's a KD main. I mean, that's all she plays.
Yeah. Well, Dissonant Bell in Arabic is actually Get Ultra. Most people didn't know that.
In Arabic, yeah,
I see one there.
You got a Rhodes Scholar over here.
Am I reaching for the fences?
He can speak English, Arabic, and Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian. Quite the dialect. So, yeah, they're kind of doing what I expected them to do. Isaac and Mike switch, but that's fine. More or less the same idea.
You know, I did notice that in Battleborn, I feel like Canada is so overrepresented in the community.
Oh yeah? I have always said if there was like a Nations Cup or a league game where it's like Team Canada versus any other country, I think Canada would put up a decent fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you're so used to playing on the East Coast servers that you always assume everyone's in America, and you don't you don't anticipate oh my goodness, what is going on in the tunnel?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh my goodness. Well, Gal goes down. Okay.
It wasn't a terrible trade.
No, it's a good trade. It was just
all that and the shields recharge, because this all started from Thorn going to ledge. She got shields about half all by herself, and they finally started to zone it. Beach threw an early stun out on the Thorn. The team wasn't quite there. This is literally going to be where the game is decided. This character, right here.
You gotta get that
this female character. She will decide the game. If she can get sentry down early, it'll be a line. It'll be a snowball effect. If these guys can zone him, it'll be fine. They're going in here. I think Boulder missed stunned. Sorry for the erratic camera. I'll catch this. Good Hawkeye.
You hit the Shen. Okay.
Similar
Another
trade
trade.
the last team fight. Stun.
Oh, this Cal. This Cal
Can
can't go.
somehow get out. Be nice.
Oh.
Get out. Boulder got the kill too. Chaotic might go here. Ooh. A rare miss from Manly. He missed a couple of shots actually on the
How about
Randy
this
because of
Boulder
going.
going so deep for that bike?
And Thor.
And Thor gets him. Oh, and the long dragon.
Wow, he's hot.
Okay. Luckily, he gets that. Okay. Now Thorn's in the tunnel, and
Yep.
they're too low to
Does
zone him out.
remind you. Isaac should have ported by now, or gotten the they got to buy heal station and utilize it. Galley goes again. It's kind of what I mentioned. Galley's been under the impression that to stop the poke, I'm just going to kind of throw myself at him and distract, but to do so and do it effectively, you need to last at least more than maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, Thorn right back in cave here. Fetch on a Rendy. Sticks his boulders but to stun if she drops here. Oh, she didn't drop. This is kind of where if you're Team Baba, you're going to start to panic. Shields are down already.
Shields are down. You can't. You got to throw
I don't
pushing.
think shields are ever going to get back up. I don't think they're ever going to get back up.
No. It's not looking too good.
No.
No one is contesting this Thorn in the tunnel. Alright, Isaac finally got her out.
You have to calm down. At the end of the day, we're all too low. We're all porting at the same time. Thorn is uncontested.
And Benny's
Shane
just...
just has free reign.
Oh, good stun on the, by the boulder.
Nope, Styx really thrives in these situations. He's a great tank when it comes to pressuring the other team.
And this is Sentry, they're diving it.
I kind of made a bit of a prophecy prediction at the beginning of this game about how this game would go when it came to the first Sentry. Yeah, it's a 4.5 minute Sentry. I can just picture the size going on right now from Team Magikarp, but feeling sorry for themselves won't do much here. They have to really just say, hey, everyone, let's all port right now. I would say even Beach port, Olive port. Mike, that's a risky thrall grab. That's probably what they're saying to him.
Yes, cheers. I
get-
did assume Thorn's gender. That is a she.
So Mike's on thrall still.
That's it. That's a ballsy throw. Oh, and he gets out. Nice.
Good for him.
Nice. Love to see that.
It'll buy them some time, but at the same time, Shane himself got a thrall. Or herself. I don't really care. Styx stunning, Beach. Styx is basically doing what Beach tried to do last game with the boulder engage.
Yeah.
He's hitting the stuns.
Well, it looks like he's doing the throwing the axe, landing, and then.
Floater's gonna go
Oh,
here.
get Florida. Florida's gotta go. Oh,
That hurts. That would have been a huge pick for them, to be
that
honest.
would have.
Beach needs to maybe just port right now. Get around the block there and port. Dang, that's just unlucky. When it rains, it pours, right? Even their thrall knocks up first. Done on Mike. Fetch coming in.
That's you doing plugging in a slogan for Morton Salt.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, when it rains, of course. I don't know if you got Morton Salt all the way up there.
We definitely do not have Morton Salt all the way
You
there.
don't? Okay.
Good boulder stun on ice.
Well, it's an American thing, so I mean.
No, I figured as much. We're only part of North America, not America. I'm kidding. Didn't take long. They're already at the second choke here, and the levels are just not going to be there.
No, this is not looking
Boulder
good
or
for
Galley
Magikarp.
stun whiffed, but it hit the Shane.
They gotta get
Also,
their
it's
levels.
gone, I believe. Fetch out. Yeah, Beach is getting obliterated this game. we've all been there. My team, Dog Squad, has tried going no healer against this team as well. While we've had success, I'll say it didn't come easy, and we're a very coordinated team, very well-versed team. And even we struggled doing it against them. So I can imagine how Team Magikarp is faring right now. I kind of can relate to that. Like Mike and Randy just touching shoulders there, and Benny's getting 2-for-1 rockets on him. Shields are 3/4, we'll say. Gally she needs to hit the stun though. I haven't seen her really stun much. Okay, she stunned Boulder there.
She hasn't been alive too long to stun. To be honest.
So Boulder had a stun out there, which is actually huge. Randy's gonna get that pillar out. That's a really good pillar by Chaotic. He should die for that. Great leading pillar there by Randy.
Yep, I like it. I like it. I like it.
This is great. They had trouble with this last game pushing out. I told you all they needed was a bit of a nuke, right? And that pillar ended up making all the difference.
But this gal,
Stun misses.
this gal needs to disengage, man. You need a port.
Yep, you talked about it already. Port management.
Yep.
Then you can turn on a Randy here and get a double kill.
Yep.
And
And he did.
that's what they don't need to do. They had enough time with that kill on the Shane. They
Shane
could've
for
all
one of them to
forwarded,
port and
full
then.
health.
Yep.
Exactly. As soon as Shane dies, both my backline are low. I'm saying, okay, report, and then we dive him. So Thorn's just gonna do her thing with Benny here, poking it. They have the health bars now and the respawn timers. Shane might go for Thrall on respawn. Yeah, he is. Let's go then. Each gets stunned first, which is he doesn't get geyser, he's fine. Okay.
Good job avoiding the geyser.
Does he have a stun?
Looks like he's just holding it.
I didn't see it go out if it did,
I mean,
but like
he doesn't have it.
he has to.
Oh,
He
he
doesn't
has
have it. He must have used it and picked it up. Okay. Beach isn't someone really to pocket a stun. He more or less uses it when he can every time.
Yeah,
It's just not great health bar management there from Gally. Geyser here.
You have already lost.
Thornall on the mic.
yeah.
Mike was half health when he ate that Thornall. What's his max health gear looking like?
He's got Kevlar on, and he's got green fist with yeah. So he's got
Shane
some
stun?
last few
That's
minutes.
fine. So Boulder stun is up. As soon as they pass this line he's kind of creating, he's going to stun into that wall there. Shields are about to go down. He's doing so much damage from the air. Beach is just getting obliterated on Gally. This is kind of why I mentioned I would have liked to see maybe Tears sub,
Heed his wrath.
Yeah.
and then hopefully play the Gal maybe. Just to give Beach a bit of a break.
I mean,
He's having a bit of
he's
a
running a
time.
lot of max health. He's running that same loadout that he did for that other game, but
Shane?
it's just too expensive.
No, especially in like no healer comp. You know you're not going to be getting shot.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
gotta at
healer.
least have
You're not
like
gonna
a
be good.
white health stick.
That was a great double
So
kill
you
by
got at
Thorn.
least some health regen.
This is the end.
Shane just turns on Isaac. It's a free stun.
It is.
Knock up. They got to kill him.
You gotta kill this Shane. You
Now
gotta
with a
kill
good
the
body
Shane.
block. Good heal.
Alright.
Late,
Oh,
but
and the
it's totally
geyser.
fine. Nope, the Geyser's fine. They got nothing. Beach cannot engage here. He has to just get a port off. One stun, he's dead. He has to start realizing
you
that.
gotta go back. No, don't. That's right. You gotta port.
Olive just did the same, I guess. But they gotta hurry though, because they're losing Sentry. It's bleeding. Beach needs to. I think Baba needs to kind of run in here and just really be elusive and don't take the boulder stun. Get in there, get in there. You have 10 points left. Perfect. He avoided it. That's all they needed. They need to hit a Gal stun now. They gotta hit this Gal stun. Alani got hit. They gotta kill her. Perfect. They
Good.
might dive it.
Yeah.
Boulder's going for it. They're diving it.
Yep.
Go for Thorn. Go
Boulder's
for
going for
Thorn.
it.
Ali has the right idea.
Cannot hide from me.
Oh, team. Oh, they might get it. Can they
They're
extend?
gonna get it.
Oh.
Oh, it was
That was
close.
close.
They were just
That
getting
was
their levels
close.
up. That's what I was worried about. Game 3 goes closest one on kills, but that's mainly because of the diving the tank. Or the diving the sentry. Executive call by Styx. You saw him run straight on a sentry. He
Yep.
did a lot of damage early there, and Florida got melted too, but it was unlucky that Shane just came back, and Kenny was full health to dive the sentry. 3-0 team Papa Lashard and the Voodoo Pirates.
Now, is that going to be all of it, or are they going to play the other 2 games? I say play the other 2 games. Because you're not going
I'd love to see
you're
them
not
play
going to
more
get
games if
another
they want
you're not
to.
going to get another opportunity to play.
Yeah, I'd love to see, even though he's lagging, Tears get on in here, play a game. I don't know. I hope they're not too down on themselves. They played a decent series there. It was an uphill battle.
I
no
mean,
doubt
it's a
about
it's a
it.
tough team to play against. I mean, you're
Exactly.
going against a team that has been playing together since pretty much day 1 of the league.
Yep. Now it looks like they're done.
Well, that's
7-8-9.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it is what it's tough when you get 3-0'd like that, and that to play some more for fun, especially when you have a member of the team kind of leave it out.
Yeah.
I'll look over the stats here quickly of the games, because this is game 1 stats. We've already talked about it. Yeah, here's some rest of them. I don't know how much stats we're actually tracking, but I'll still give them all. A lot of sentry damage there. Game 2. This might have been their toughest showing, the double shooter comp. They really couldn't get anything going there. The Reina comp.
Hey, no problem, Bubba. We're happy to cast anytime.
Yeah, always happy to cast. It was pretty fun. Hopefully, Brew, you're available for our semifinal game against Team Star Trooper sometime next week, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I'm free. I'm free on all the weekends.
Perfect. No, we should be able to get it done, no problem then. All right, so then that was it. We'll shut the stream here. It was a quarterfinal. Team Papa Lashard and the Voodoo Pirates 3. Team Magikarp 0. For Brewster and Tom, or I don't know.
Take it easy.